Before the Pilgrim Fathers landed at Plymouth, we were here. Before Jefferson etched across the pages of history the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence, we were here. Before the beautiful words of the Star-Spangled Banner were written, we were here.
Some say you were born. Some say you were made. Some say the road to freedom had dirt long before it was ever paved, which means we've been walking along this dirty road with you long before it was ever paved. Your mother must have had a clairvoyant womb, as if the blood cells knew that it would create a prophet who would later die in red bloodshed all before freedom came too soon. You were awesome at conception. Your history, written on the tongues of a movement only spoken about in silent confession. A movement with a love of humanity will become footprints on the soles of our sanity, which means we'd be crazy not to follow you. We'd be afraid of justice. We'd be afraid of thinking it was just us. We'd be afraid of love. And we fear what we love. Being awesome is a monster inside closets, watching us sleep, stealing our dreams in the dark, and when we wake, we forget how amazing we could be if we just turned the lights on. If we just somehow pull the cover from over our eyes, place our feet on the ground, and boldly proclaim that we are not afraid of greatness. That no matter how many nights we shiver, scared of our own success, we will at some point get a full night's rest and we will rise with the sun. And like the sun, we will be bright and blinding and bold and hot and huge, and people will need us to survive the cold and the night. And we will awaken as warriors of weary, as soldiers of failure and griots of fate.
Well, that is an answer to that myth, and it is at times neutral. It can be used either constructively or destructively.
And we will awaken armed with weapons of mass construction. We will build ourselves a fortress of power, protecting ourselves from hating to be loved and our capacity to be godlike, and our right to be present, and our calling to be parents to offsprings of our victories, and ancestors to heartbreak and loneliness and empty pockets and grumbling bellies and confusion and altered reflections. And we will no longer hold our pillows too tight at night, wishing it were a warm body, or a healthy diagnosis, or a phone call from daddy, or a note that says, I love you, from the person you want to love you. And we will awaken with muscles up on our shoulders that are strong enough to hold the world up when people need us to hold the world up because they're tired of holding the world up. And we will awaken with our voices in harmony and pitch that makes a whisper seem like a rocket ship and a rocket ship sound like I miss you.
One of the great liabilities of life is that all too many people find themselves living amid a great period of social change, and yet they fail to develop the new attitudes, the new mental responses that the new situation demands. They end up sleeping through a revolution.
And we will tiptoe down hallways, making footprints feel like earthquakes. And we will awaken all those sleeping, all those afraid to be brilliant, all those afraid to be acknowledged for daring to be different, for those who run when they should stand, for those who hush when they should command, for those who need to realize that you cannot hide in the light. It sticks to you like brown on black skin, like sap from trees rooted in sweet soil. You need to see that you are a star. No, literally, I see you in the sky, defying laws of space, time, and gravity, because humans are not supposed to fly, but you glide like the first leaf in autumn. Your silhouette struts in daylight and dances with the moon. You are part of a collective,
We are tied together in the single garment of destiny, caught in an inescapable network of mutuality. And whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly.
You are part of a collective, a critical mass of intellectuals governed by divine knowledge, which means you are meant to be here with a purpose. Just like I am meant to be here with a purpose, y'all, we are purposefully meant to be here so that the sick can become a healer, the timid can become a leader, the weary can become a teacher, and the boogeyman can become a poet.
God grant that we will be participants in this newness and this magnificent development. If we will but do it, we will bring about a new day of justice and brotherhood and peace. And that day the morning stars will sing together, and the sons of God will shout for joy. God bless you.